Hi everybody, this is Boogess Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Target exclusive Gold Label Platinum Supergirl figure. So before we take a look at Supergirl, let's take a look at the accessories that she comes with. So first up, she comes with this flight stand. This is the flight stand we've seen used numerous times before. Up next, she comes with your standard DC Multiverse base, but she can be just a little bit tricky to stand, so she does benefit from using this. And finally, she comes with her data file. And I'm not sure if there's any difference in the card. I want to say this card is the same exact card that comes with the regular version. So yeah, if this isn't any different, it would have been nice if it would have had some differences from the regular. But there is the bio. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause that now. So now let's go ahead and take a look at her head sculpt. So taking a look at this head sculpt, I think McFarlane Toys did a pretty decent job on this. I do have one issue with this head sculpt, which I'll get into in a second. But I think it is sculpted very nicely. You get a little bit of paint variation there on her cheeks. The hair is sculpted phenomenally. I love the way it's laying. I love how the hair has light blonde highlights over top. And that looks very nice. I just love the way the hair is sculpted. It looks really good. And it's also painted really well. I think the face is too, but I think the main issue is she has bags underneath her eyes. If it wasn't for that, I think this head sculpt would be perfect. But she has these bags under her eyes. You can see how they kind of protrude from the face. I think that makes it look just a little off. So yeah, if it wasn't for that, I think this head sculpt would be perfect. Because the eyes are painted very nicely, you get the eyelashes painted on. It's just those bags under her eyes that are sculpted that looks a little bit funny. But other than that, I think this is a very nice looking head sculpt. The difference with this platinum version is the collar scheme. It has a darker collar scheme, and this really reminds me of the CW Supergirl outfit. And I really love the darker collars on this. That dark blue looks very nice. The Supergirl logo looks very good with that outline of gold. That came out very clean. I really like the way that looks. You get a very nice fabric cape. I feel like this is a little bit thicker than the previous fabric capes that we got. You could see through the other one, which this is still kind of a thinner material, but I feel like it's just a little bit thicker than the ones we've gotten in the past. I think that looks very nice. Her skirt is textured very nicely. I really like the texturing McFarlane Toys did to that. But on mine, I get this really weird blue scuff. I haven't tried to take this off because I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's actually painted on or if it's a scuff. So yeah, that is a little bit odd. I haven't seen any of the Supergirl figures with that mark right there. Now, she actually does have boots on. If you move the leg back, you can see that there's a cut right here for her boots. But they just left the skin tone here for the leg colored red as well. I don't know if I'm going to paint it or not. Because of the way the skirt is sculpted, you really don't see it. Honestly, I do wish that she would have had the boots that come up to here. So yeah, I'm still undecided of what I'll do because like I said, the skirt hides that, so there really wouldn't be any point in painting that. So other than her not having the kind of knee-length boots, I do think that looks really good. That's about all to go over with this figure, so now let's go ahead and go over her articulation. She has a ball-jointed head that can look up all the way. She can look down all the way. She can move her head side to side, which you might move the cape when you're doing that. The cape is attached underneath this neck piece, so it's not like you're going to loosen it or anything. She has ball-jointed shoulders that can move all the way out, butterfly joint that can move just a little bit, swivel the bicep, double-jointed elbows that can bend in all the way. She has some very nice articulation there. Wrists that can move up and down and spin all the way around. Ball-jointed diaphragm and waist that can move down all the way. She can move forward a decent amount. She can move side to side up here very slightly. Side to side down here at the waist very nicely. She has hips that could move out all the way if it wasn't for this skirt. I almost feel like there should have been just a little bit of a slit on each side, because that does hinder the articulation in the legs a little bit. She can only kick forward that far. She can kick back very slightly. She actually has a very nice thigh swivel, but again, it's kind of hindered because of this. She has double-jointed knees that can bend back all the way. She has ankles that can move down all the way, up all the way, spin all the way around, and toe articulation that can move up all the way. Though it's kind of crunchy, so it does feel a little stiff. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here she is next to Superman. And one thing that I forgot to mention when I was talking about the fabric cape is it drapes very nicely on the figure, especially if you have her in a pose like this. It just lays really well and looks very nice if you have her in this pose. Here she is next to John Kent. Here she is next to Superboy Prime. Here she is next to the Batman Who Laughs. And finally, here she is next to her movie version. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up. I think McFarlane Toys did a pretty good job on this. The regular version is also very nice, but if you can find it, definitely pick up this Platinum. I just really love the darker color scheme on it. I think it looks really good. Honestly, the only complaint that I really had with this was that the bags underneath the eyes make it look just a little bit off, and the boots not being painted on. But other than that, I still think this is a really cool figure, and you definitely need it in your collection. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.